Hi friends, so grateful that you all want to watch or click this video either purposefully or accidentally. This is a video that is dedicated to campaign some of the Sustainable Development Goals that are suggested by the United Nations, namely climate action, partnership goals, and quality education. This video is made as an English subject project assignment to support the implementation of the Freedom to Learn and Independent Campus program that launched by the Ministry of Education and Culture of Indonesia. The project in this video is done by 5 freshmen of the International University of Batam thanks to partnership with Tzu Chi, a non-profit Buddhist organization that focuses on society and community service and outreach, which the headquarters is in Taiwan, and in this project we partnered with the Tzu Chi Foundation based in Batam. For your information, Batam is the largest city in the province of Riau Islands, Indonesia. Okay, first thing first, let me introduce the team. So this is us. 5 freshmen of the International University of Batam, and we are Recolitis. Yeah, that is the name of our team, and you can see our names there. Now, let's get to the journey of our project. We hope this video can bring you all insights, awareness, and positive vibes. Happy watching! So, once upon a time, not long ago, if you still walk along with April 2023, on January 2023, we've been told by our English subject lecturer, Sir Didik, about this program and the project assignment. So the procedures are, we have to choose one or more than one of the Sustainable Development Goals and make a project to perform and achieve the chosen goals. To commence, we were given 1 month to make up the project plan and prepare for its implementation, and we get to report the outline or description of our project. So briefly, our project title is Learn and Share with Recycling for the Better. It was taken from 3 of many goals of the SDG. As you all can see, they are number 13, 4, and 17, and we derived our slogan from them. We bake the good for the society. Our project came from the problems of climate change and human ignoration with the solution of trash picking, recycling, and sharing awareness. Its objective is to obviously campaign the SDG that we choose for a better life and world. We plan the rundown schedule as cleaning a random place by doing trash picking up activity at nearby neighborhood, and then do recycling by cooperating or collaborating with the Tzu Chi Foundation, as mentioned before, that has some recycling stations throughout Batam. We're going to document all the process and activities, then deliver what we have gotten and learned by making an educational video from it, so people who watch it will realize, know, and be motivated. And here it is. You're watching it. Okay, starting with February 12th, 2023. This is when we had done the agreement and confirmation phase. We reached out to Tzu Chi Foundation. We contacted them to discuss whether we could learn about recycling and work with them to achieve our SDG. We asked them for permission, collaboration, and guidance. Tzu Chi said they are very open and will welcome us enthusiastically anytime. They really appreciate our awareness and passion to help save the earth. Then we sent MOU as the project assignment cover letter to Tzu Chi to make it more appropriate. After receiving the MOU from the campus, Tzu Chi began assigning us to participate in their recycling activity for the first time. That is the core stage waste sorting process, which is located at one of the waste sorting points Oceanic Bliss Cluster Evente, Block F, number 1, on Sunday, February 19, 2023. Tzu determined the approximate duration of the activity for 2 hours from 8 till 10 a.m. The recycling activity involved Tzu members, seniors, a few teenagers, and a few children, so we joined them. February 19th, 2023. This is when we had our first recycling activity with Tzu. So, what did we do? As mentioned before, we did the core stage waste sorting process, started with first, collection. At first, we collected trash from the residents of the Oceanic Bliss housing. Second, sorting. Next, we started sorting the collected waste by type and material, starting from ordinary plastic, hard plastic, plastic bottles, glass jars, cans, cardboard, cartons, clothes, shoes and sandals, paper, to wet waste. Third, cleaning. After sorting, we clean up the trash by removing any leftover dirt and anything that isn't made of plastic. Most plastic packaging has labels, adhesives, or even food residue that are hard to be recycled. Fourth, recycling. Lastly, we flatten plastic bottles and cardboard boxes, also crushed cans, to help ease the saving process and provide another opportunity for cleaning so they don't get mixed up with non-plastic materials or materials that are very difficult to recycle. Fifth, free foods and sharing session. At the end of the activity, we were very grateful to get free food, which is fried rice sandwich, ice cream jelly, all vegetarian. It was so delicious that we forgot to take a photo, and also get to know each other with the seniors and Tzu other members and did a sharing session. With this first recycling activity, we got some information and we take notes and summarize them. Here is the record. 1. The trash and waste that we recycled were brought by Tzu loading truck to Tzu Recycling Post Station, which is located at Baloi Factory. Tzu members do the next stage of waste sorting, that is medium and fine waste fractions there. 2. Tzu has 2 recycling post stations and many waste sorting points throughout Batam. Their environmental conservation teams are divided into 3 groups, that is Batu Haji Sukajadi Group, Nagoya Sepanas Bengkong Group, and Tiban Tanjung Uma Group. Note that we are in Batam and we joined the second group, Nagobeng. 3. Tzu in Batam doesn't have its own recycling factory yet. They still use other people's factories to do the advanced level of recycling, that is, generate things. 4. We think this is the important one. Non-recyclable waste is a type of waste that cannot be recycled or is difficult to recycle for several reasons, such as the basic materials used, the manufacturing process, and their hazardous nature to the environment and human health. Examples of non-recyclable waste include the following. Organic waste comes from food scraps, dry leaves, and other organic materials, tissue and pads, cigarettes, styrofoam, broken glass bottles, and batteries. In handling non-recyclable waste, it is important to dispose of it properly so that it does not have an adverse impact on the environment and human health. Some types of non-recyclable waste, such as batteries and electronics, must be disposed of at a special waste treatment site that can process them safely. 5. Fun fact. We call seniors there by the terms Sixiong is a Mandarin term that means senior male fellow apprentice, and Sujie means senior female fellow apprentice, because they assume that we all become pupils to one master who is Master Chen Yan, the founder of Tzu Foundation. 6. Recycling is important because it conserves resources, reduces pollution and saves energy, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and helps slow down climate change. 7. The Tzu Chi Foundation is very happy to see young people like us caring about the earth and the environment. They hope we can invite and awaken more young people and spread awareness to everyone. Next, we had our second recycling activity with Tzu Chi Definitely on February 25th, 2023. Wondering what did we do? So finally, we went to Tzu Chi Recycling Post Station on February 25th. On the very first, we helped clean and recycle plastic bottle and cans waste as told in the first activity. After helping, we were being explained about the medium and fine waste sorting process, which is the more detailed and specific sorting process of waste, where we have to separate the junk up to the very small parts. In case you guys asking about the final waste sorting process, it is sorting the waste to its final form, such as shredding, compacting, or molding depending on the type of waste and the intended use, and generally done by machine. Later, we interviewed the head of Tzu Chi Recycling Post Station and got a lot of information and insights, which are, as we know, there are recyclable waste and non-recyclable waste. Trash or junk such as iron, cardboard, white HVAC paper, and plain or smooth plastic are recyclable. But waste such as solid iron, solid cardboard, plastic plates, cups, and cutleries, bubble wrap, and colored paper are hard to be recycled by machines, so mostly they have just been reused to make random creations. Because Tzu Chi doesn't have its own factory yet, usually the waste that has gone through the rough sorting stage is sold to people or companies who need it, or companies that do recycling business. Some of these wastes can be sold and some are not. In Batam, no one has been able to recycle glass, so glass cannot be sold. Glass is usually sold in Medan because all glass can be recycled there. Waste that really can be recycled and can't be sold is sent to the final disposal site, and in Batam, it's at Punggol. Tzu Chi's recyclable waste is sold at high prices to companies and factories that need it and can recycle it. The money that Tzu Chi gets from selling waste to be recycled is used for charitable activities such as donations, blood donors, hospital assistance, natural disaster relief, and many more. The recycling post in Baloi Block 3 has been open since 2018. It's working every Wednesday and Saturday, but opens every day except Sunday. If a lot of waste comes from the collection, the recycling work can last from 8 till 12 a.m. If it's just a bit, the recycling work will just last from 8 till 9 or 10 a.m. For used items such as clothes, books, bags, shoes, dolls, which are still in good condition and usable but dirty, they can be cleaned and resold or donated to be used by people in need. That's it. Then lastly, we had been introduced to Tzu Chi Reselling Store. It was awesome. So next to the recycling post, there is a sale at loss or resale store, which is not for profit. So goods from shops that were bankrupt or merchandise that was not selling or not being sold were given to Tzu Chi, and Tzu Chi resold them. The income from the resale would later also be used for charity. Okay, before we share the last activity, we want to tell you guys the problem that we got. Our initial plan is we want to follow all of Tzu Chi's recycling process, and we're expecting to make a recycled product to be presented and shared to public. But because Tzu Chi in Batam doesn't have its own recycling factory or machine yet, thus we cannot really learn how to make out a real recycled product from Tzu Chi, and we didn't want to make a recycled craft or art because generally everyone knows and can make it. So it's unfortunate we can't provide the practical side of how recycled product been made, but we do research about its process and we will tell you all at the end of the video. Finally, our last recycling activity with Juqi is done on March 19, 2023. We ended our project by helping the core stage waste sorting process again with Juqi at the same waste sorting points on the first activity. Now, it's the time to tell you all about our research. Waste recycling processing in factories typically involves a multi-step process that begins with the collection and sorting of waste materials, followed by processing and manufacturing of recycled products. Here is a general overview of the waste recycling processing that is done by factories. Collection. The first step in the recycling process is the collection of waste materials. Many factories have their own waste management systems in place to collect and separate waste materials from different stages of the production process. Alternatively, waste materials may be collected from external sources such as local municipalities or commercial waste management services such as Juqi. Sorting. Once the waste materials have been collected, they are sorted into different categories based on their composition. This may involve manual sorting or automated systems such as conveyor belts, magnets, and air classifiers. Processing. The sorted materials are then processed to remove any contaminants and prepare them for use in new products. Depending on the type of waste material, processing may involve threading, crossing, molding, or chemical treatment. Manufacturing. The processed materials are then used to manufacture new products. For example, recycled paper can be used to make new paper products, recycled plastic can be used to make new plastic products, and recycled metal can be used to make new metal products. Distribution. The final step in the process is the distribution of the new products to retailers and consumers. Overall, the waste recycling processing that is done by factories is an important step in reducing waste and conserving natural resources. By transforming waste materials into new products, factories can reduce their environmental impact and contribute to a more sustainable future. So, these are all that we get from these activities, this project. We really enjoyed the whole experience. It has now been a wonderful memories for the 5 of us, and we will continue to keep the missions of saving and protecting the earth going on. We learned a lot, so much, and besides all the waste and recycling thingies, we realized that mankind is not that bad. There really still are a lot of kind people, community that truly want to help others, save the earth, and serve the society. We saw so many good values of humanity and the world. We genuinely hope this video will make all of us aware to make our earth and nature sustainable, because earth is the place where mankind born, live, grow, experience all kind of things till death. That's all from us. Let's save the earth together. Together we can do it. And don't forget to always spread positive things. Thank you.